Hi everyone, welcome to Karreno's Kitchen. Today we're here with Chef Stevie B.
Hi guys!
And we're gonna make you a bougie breakfast.
What's bougie?
Basically, bougie is over the top, expensive for the sake of showing off stuff. Kind of like you?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, there you go. So we are making two different kinds of breakfast burrito. I'm gonna make the salmon one and...
I'll be making the prosciutto one.
Yes. So we're gonna show you step by step how to put this together. This is a very easy gourmet process and you're gonna love it when you try it. All right, let's get started.
So in my burrito, we're gonna have prosciutto italiano, we're gonna have some eggs, we're gonna have some Persian cucumbers, we're gonna have some goat cheese, some tomatoes, some basil, a little bit of lemon and a little bit of lime, and of course we pre-boiled these potatoes so it'll be easier for us to fry and put it on that burrito. And of course we're going to be using lavash, which is amazing to wrap it in and have that bougie burrito.
Wow, that's very non-traditional. I love it. On my side, we're gonna be using some lime-infused salmon. We also have these beautiful tortillas that have cilantro. They have jalapeno and a little bit of cactus in them. We have some avocados, some tarragon, some beautiful brie cheese, and a little bit of sour cream. This is a must-have in every single breakfast burrito.
So we're going to be using the basil, so just take them off one by one.
Do you have a preference in purple or green basil?
I really love this basil. I just think it has a lot more flavor, and I just grew up with this my whole life, so I use this one. So this is fairly simple. You just want to put them all on top of each other.
So you don't use the stem at all?
I don't use the stem at all.
No stem?
No stem.
Why not?
Because the stems are pretty potent, so when you use the stem, it's a little overpowering.
I do like to eat it.
I do too. So all you do is you just grab your basil, you put them all on top of each other, fairly simple, and you roll it up, just like a fruit roll up, and then you just gently grab your knife, and then you gently...
Look at those beautiful circles.
And you're done. Beautiful.
Look at that beautiful basil.
Look at that. It smells
Divine.
delicious. It does. Now that we got the basil out of the way, we can start with the tomatoes. So you grab one of these tomatoes, they're on the vine. I like to cut them in half and then just very easily just slice them. Now we just add the basil inside.
Look at that.
Beautiful, smells amazing. So the next step is to get these Persian cucumbers. Let's cut the both ends off. Just cut them straight through the middle. Because this is a pretty large one, I'll cut them again in half.
That's a pretty big size for a Persian cucumber.
That is a pretty big size. So you want to grab your cucumber, and what you want to do is you want to have a bowl underneath, grab a spoon, put your index finger on top, and then just pull towards you to get all the insides of it out. The reason why you want to do this is because it gets soggy and it's a lot harder to cut into matchsticks when you're cutting them. You just flatten it and just push it down a little bit, and then you just cut them into matchsticks to your desired length. So if you want a longer matchstick, then you have the longer cucumber and you may use that.
Look at that.
Voila.
Come on, let me have one.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. There you
Cheers.
go. Now that we did some of the prep work here, we're gonna go to the kitchen and get to cooking. And we have a secret ingredient that we're gonna show you what it is.
I can't wait.
Let's do it. All right, so our secret ingredient today is gonna be this beautiful, beautiful bacon. And we're gonna use it pretty much for everything. We're gonna use the bacon fat to fry the eggs, as well as to do the potatoes in them.
That's amazing.
Look at all that beautiful, beautiful gorgeousness. Voila. Alright, hear the sound of that sizzling. I mean, look at this. We want it to be this beautiful, beautiful, a little bit burnt. I just like that crispiness.
So what you want to do is you want to keep that bacon fat and use it to fry your eggs. It gives it so much more flavor. You just very simply toss that in there. Crack your eggs right into these holes beautifully. We're going to use 4 today. all these beautiful flavors together with the bacon fat and the eggs mixed together. Let's toss a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And just let it cook a little bit. So just simply take this out and then just gently separate them from each one. Grab each one and let's put it on the plate. Use your spatula to cut them. And voila. So as you can see, we have still some bacon fat left in there after we fried the eggs. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to fry the potatoes for our Boujie Burrito. So just simply toss your potatoes in there. Make sure that they are completely dry, because if there's any water in there, you do not want to get burned. Okay? Just gently smash your potatoes.
Put some muscle into it, Steve.
Put some muscle into it, that's right.
Is there a reason why you chose two different color potatoes?
Yes, I just followed your cue as to whatever you want me to do.
No, personally, I like to mix and match different color potatoes, and I always leave the skin on, because I feel like the skin always picks up the best of the flavors. It also looks beautiful when you have different colors in it. We're not really gonna see this in the burrito, but generally whenever I'm making mashed potatoes too, it's always nice to have multiple colors. Add some butter, add some cream, and there you have it.
So once you're done mashing your potatoes, you want to put a little bit of salt to flavor your potatoes, and some black pepper. Mix it up, and then you fry them to your preferred texture. I like to have them a little bit golden. Once you start the colors changing, then you want to mix. Okay, so now we're ready to mix. And as you can see, it's starting to turn brown, golden brown. It's beautiful. And we are ready for putting our burritos together. Now that we have prepared every single one of the items, we're ready to put our Boujie burrito together. Let's get a nice big piece of lavash.
So, you're Armenian, right? We use this in our day-to-day. Tell me what lavash is for those that don't know what it is.
Okay, it's an Armenian flatbread that is very, very popular in Armenia. It's used all over the country. They actually have places where you can go and buy them fresh. YouTube the videos, and they're awesome videos of how it's made.
And in LA, we have a lot of bakeries that carry it. The one that I particularly like is from our local Victory Bread. It literally just comes out fresh. Most of the time, if you ask them, they'll just like take it and bring it to you. It's amazing. It only has 4 ingredients: flour, water, yeast, and salt. Yeast and salt. There you go. 4 ingredients, super basic. If you're vegan, perfect for your wraps.
The first ingredient we'll put on there is your prosciutto italiano.
Is that how we're starting?
That's how we're starting.
Let's do this.
Beautiful pieces of prosciutto. So you want to put most of your ingredients in the middle of the lavash. So once you fold your lavash, I'll show you once it's done folding. All of your ingredients can be divided equally. The next thing is we're going to use the secret ingredient, which is bacon.
And it's not so secret anymore.
It's not a secret, yeah. The word's out. And of course, put them nice in the middle. And then let's start with our veggies. So we're going to put our matchstick cut Persian cucumbers.
Beautiful.
So let's grab our fried eggs.
Look at that fried egg. I mean, the yolk is still like watery.
Jiggly.
Jiggly. There you go. That's the word.
Jiggly is more bougie than watery. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to put our potatoes on top. Just straight in the middle. I really like to put cheese in this sandwich, so we're going to be using Irish goat cheese. I cut them into little thin slices.
Who doesn't like Irish goat cheese? It actually doesn't taste like goat cheese whatsoever, but it has an amazing texture that really brings in other flavors and makes them stand out. And what kind of greens are we using?
So we're going to use our little salsa that we made, and that is tomatoes and purple basil.
Perfect.
Just go ahead and you want to get rid of the water inside of the tomatoes so your sandwich, your Boujie sandwich, won't be soggy. So So once you grab it in your hands, you want to just gently squeeze it and then put it all over the sandwich equally. And then going to cut our lemon and just a little bit, just for a little bit of a citrus taste. I like the mixture of lemon and lime together, so we'll cut our lime as well.
Yeah, I tried the other day to add a little bit of grapefruit on top of it, and the blend came out really, really good.
Note to self, use grapefruit if you like it. So once we're done, so it's a very simple thing, very similar to a burrito. You just fold the bottom portion of it and then you tilt it towards you, and then you just start wrapping it just like a burrito.
That's a really big one.
That is, and that's why we're such good friends. We're going to share.
Yay!
And you just simply cut it. And voila.
Alright, we are now ready to make our lime-infused smoked salmon breakfast burrito. That's a mouthful to say, but let's get started.
It's a mouthful to eat.
Probably. We'll see that at the end. So we have our cilantro, jalapeno, and cactus tortillas. Alright, I get these from Whole Foods, they're amazing. We're gonna put one over the other, so about half and half, or 1/3 over 2/3, just like that. The first thing we're gonna do is gonna put our salmon layers, so just take it with your hand and just lay it like that. So about 2 to 4 ounces, just make it look pretty, okay? Next we're gonna add our avocado. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it like this. Be careful not to cut your hand. And then we're gonna do a little crisscross. When this is done, take a spoon and take out, we're gonna do about half of this. Boom. And you wanna keep this as thin as possible so when you are wrapping it, it's not overly thick. All right? So just like form a line there. And then we're gonna add our cheese. We're gonna put 2 slices of French brie cheese. Thank you, Costco, for importing it from France. And then our second half, I think this is a little too long. So when it's too long, you just eat it.
You do, and you don't share.
You don't You don't share. Okay. Next we're gonna do, tarragon is a very underutilized herb. We actually use it a lot in Armenian cooking, especially like right around Easter time. But we're just gonna take these leaves. You can put it as a whole too, but for this time we're just gonna do the leaves. Okay, so just scatter it all over it. And then we're gonna break the bacon. Right here. Put them into small pieces. It's still the secret ingredient because bacon makes everything better. Lastly, we're gonna add this beautiful egg that Chef Steve made, and we're gonna put it right in the middle. So then when we cut it, it's just gonna completely ooze out. You guys are ready? Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So you're gonna start from the sides, bring them in, and then fold it gently from the back. Use your fingers right here to push this back, so as you're getting closer, and that egg is gonna ooze out right there. So flip it and do it like this.
And reverse it.
What we're gonna do is then we're gonna cut it in the middle. Open it up. Look at this perfection. So we have a little bit of ooze, but that's okay. There you go. Voila. We have an egg perfection breakfast burrito right here.
That's what you call bougie.
And this is what you call bougie. Exactly. All right, coming up next, we're gonna be making some hibiscus mimosas, and we also have some dessert for you guys. Stay tuned. No brunch is done without an appropriate dessert and a drink. So earlier today, we made this beautiful Napoleons, which there will be another video coming up soon on how to prepare these. The process is very easy and you can make it in a very short amount of time for your guests. Now we're gonna get to our drink. So over here, I made some hibiscus tea. It's very easy. Basically, you just take your hibiscus flowers, put it in water, boil it for about 30 to 45 minutes, add a little bit of honey, mix it up, voila, it's done. And over here, we have our Prosecco. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix these two together to get this beautiful hibiscus mimosas. Let's get to it. Steve, I know you don't drink, so we're just gonna give you like a straight up tea.
That's actually false. I do drink, I just don't drink alcohol.
That's true. Woo!
Beautiful.
There you go. Happy birthday to me. Alright, let's pour you some. Look at that beautiful color.
Thank you.
And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna garnish it with this strawberry. Just make a quick cut in there and then just put it around right here. And as far as how to prepare to drink, so we're gonna take the glass, we're gonna add the alcohol first. So fill it up about 1/3. And then the rest is gonna be this beautiful color. Look at that color change. It's gonna go from red to beautiful pink. There we go. And add a little bit of strawberry. And cheers!
Cheers.
Thank you guys for following us. See you on our next episode.
See you.
Cheers.